amazing. It's really nice to have you here.
Thank you.
You were talking about how Arroyo does a lot of recruitment with international students.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's really nice because it gives our students a phenomenal multicultural kind of view on school, and being able to see all these different cultures and how they live in different languages, and because in schools you have to take other languages anyways, and you have to do all these things, but I think we've given them this opportunity to really see different cultures, and we do international travel that our students go to every year, and we have international students from around the world coming, and it gives them this great opportunity to kind of see what's out there in the world.
Right. And right. But on another level, your recruitment for these students is pretty, you do a lot of work for that.
We do. We've been very lucky because we have a lot of agencies in the U.S. and in China and Vietnam and Japan that help us do the recruiting. And so, we've been doing this for, I would say this is our 4th or 5th year. Wow. In 2006 was when U.S. started allowing student visas to be allowed for high school students, and so I think we jumped on that a couple years after, and we've built these phenomenal relationships with the agencies in China and the ones in the U.S. to really kind of tell them about our school and how welcoming we are, and we give them opportunities to come and be a normal high school student in the U.S.
Right.
And so we go there, and I went to China this year to do some recruiting, and also to meet with our agencies, bring them a yearbook to show them what our students look like and what the students that they sent us look like. But then also, to thank them and thank them for the students they sent us. They send us absolutely phenomenal students, and they're so well prepared that it's really easy to kind of go and do that. And Phil went back, our president Phil went back a couple years ago to do recruiting in, I think, China and Vietnam and a couple of other countries, and so
he started it then.
He did start it. He did. He wanted to open our doors for more students from different cultures, because we've had interest at our school from students that their parents come and work here, and they're on like a 1-year visa or something, and they want to come. And so we've had students that are not domestic local students, and we've had those for quite a while. And I think it was just kind of a natural evolution to start recruiting for more of those.
Right. And so you focus a lot on building those relationships with the agencies in China that send you students.
Yeah, we do, and we work with them so closely because it's through the application process, it's through getting their I-20s, their visa interviews, getting them here, helping them find some, a homestay, grades and all that, because a lot of our students are coming in as 14, 15-year-old students. They're very, very young, and as a parent, you don't want to let go of your children, especially when they're so young. And so we work very closely with the agencies and with the parents to make sure that they're well taken care of, they're doing good in school, but then also, that they're being fed okay, and they're enjoying life, and they're going to be able to visit Disneyland, and they're going to be able to make friends and have a social life and kind of have that kind of well-rounded experience here.
Right. It's you're taking care of someone else's child from, they come from so far away.
They do, and a lot of times these kids stay here, from mid-August all the way till the holidays, till Christmas, and they'll go home for a week or two.
Wow.
They come back, and they're not going back there till the summer. It's just like leaving for college.
Yeah. When I was in high school, I spent a year abroad in Finland, and I remember how hard it was to be away from my family. I couldn't imagine doing it as a 13, 14-year-old.
Yeah, it's, a lot of them, they get really homesick in the first couple of weeks, and they're not used to it because it's a completely different language. I mean, they all take English in their countries, but not in an English environment. They have their one English class, and so then now they're coming here, and no one speaks their language. They're in a homestay where they're not used to the food. Their friends aren't here, their parents aren't here. It's really, really overwhelming, and so we try to work with the parents, or through the agencies with the parents, to help them feel comfortable, figure out what they need and how we can give them those services. And so this year we started a new program specifically to help them, we took them to Not Scary Farm.
No.
And took them to the haunted houses, and we were taking them to South Coast Plaza to go shopping for winter formal.
So this was just your foreign students?
It's for all of our students. It's for all of our domestic students. But we had developed it in the beginning mainly for our international students. That's because nice. They stay in homestays, and then on the weekends they don't have cars, and they may or may not be going out, and sometimes they just if you have 4 friends that are all 15, 14 years old, none of them have cars. No one's going to just drive them out and take them somewhere. So we kind of are trying to do that for them.
Right. So since you started this program, you said it was about 4 years ago?
About 4 years ago,
okay.
I think.
How much growth have you seen in your international student numbers?
Pretty crazy. The first year, I think we only had a handful. And then the second year, I think we had 20-ish. Last year, I think we ended the school year with about 60.
60?
And I think this year we're at like 110.
Oh my god. I do remember when I first started recruiting I first started advertising for Arroyo, it wasn't that big of a number, but that's pretty phenomenal.
It's been growing really, it's a lot of it's because now we have our name out there, and so the agencies are now coming to us and saying, hey, we have students that are interested, companies that we've never heard of, never worked with, but then also the agencies that we've been working with consistently, that's that, our students have graduated, gone on to good schools, good colleges, they've had great experiences, and their agencies know about that, and so it's more of an incentive for them to bring them to our school also.
So it helps the agencies look good.
Exactly, and so it's just been that, and it's a natural kind of growth to do that for us.
That's awesome.
It's pretty crazy, and it's really helped us kind of keep our enrollment. It's helped us develop a lot of these more new programs because we have a larger student body now.
It's awesome.
So
I'm so happy to hear that.
It's crazy. It was really crazy this year, and they were going through what are your enrollment numbers, and I was like, wow, that's a big number.
Well, this is great. Aline, thank you so much.
No problem.
I'm really happy to share this with our administrators.
No problem.
Okay.